Hello YouTube! It has been a long time since I've made a video. I've let my life sort of spiral out of control between my job and all of the sort of extracurriculars I've been taking on lately. It has not left very much time for reading. So, in the month of October, I hit a new low for reading since making this a booktube channel. I read 3 books, although I am almost done with 2 more, so I read like almost 5 books. That's okay, because I was doing a lot of other stuff. I finished In a Handful of Dust by Mindy McGinnis. This is the sequel to Not a Drop to Drink, which I read last month. I did not like this book as much as the first one, but I did like it. I thought that the story was interesting. It jumps forward in time quite a bit. I still enjoyed it, but it sort of felt like she picked a totally different random point in time and just wrote another book about these characters, and I don't think it worked quite as well. Also, they switched narrators for the audiobook, and I really liked the narrator for the first one. And then for the second one was like okay, but nowhere near as good as the first one. So anyway, I recommend this book if you enjoy the first one because it is interesting to see sort of where they end up, but it definitely wasn't as good as the first one. The next thing I read was actually a graphic novel. I told myself, Kristina, you should at least read a graphic novel so that you get some more reading done this month. I meant to read a bunch of graphic novels, but I only ended up reading this one. But I really liked it. This was Revival, Volume 1, You're Among Friends, and this was really good. I really like this. So I bought this because I really like the premise, which is that it takes like a really interesting view on zombies. So people in this town just start coming back to life, or like on this one day or in this one period of time, I can't super remember, people just come back to life and no one really knows why and no one really knows how, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're not zombies, they're just back to life. And so it causes a bunch of sort of hysteria, and they quarantine the town until they figure out what's going on, and then some weird stuff starts happening. And I really enjoyed it, and I really, really want to keep reading. I think quite a few volumes of this are out, so I am looking forward to continuing on. The next book that I read was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know what my problem was, because I was sort of reluctant to read this book. I liked Fangirl, but I didn't love it the way that a lot of people do. I really like the premise. I really like how well she captured the feeling of the final book in your favorite series coming out. I liked the fanfiction element. I don't think it totally captured my experience from the fanfiction side of things, and I really didn't like Kath as a character, really. So even though I enjoyed Fangirl, and even though the Simon and Baz parts of Fangirl were not the parts I had problems with, for some reason I was really resistant to reading Carry On. I was just like, why do we need this book? But then Kat, fellow booktuber Kat, was going crazy over this book, and I know that we seem to like a lot of the same things, and so I was just like, you know what? Screw it. So I got the audiobook and I just loved it. I loved it so much. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that it's the best book out there. A lot of the romance was very rushed, and parts of it were really silly, and there was a part of me that couldn't really get past the whole like bizarro Harry Potter element of it, but it was everything that I, as a lifelong fanfiction lover and like secret reader of, wanted out of Harry Potter ever. Like, obviously I knew that these types of things were not actually going to happen in Harry Potter, but I always had that secret desire for J.K. Rowling to just like do something crazy out of the blue. Anyway, I can't explain this very well. If you are into fanfiction, you probably get what I'm saying, but I enjoyed reading this book so much, and I need to buy myself an actual physical copy because I need to read it again and again forever. So that's it for the books that I actually finished this month. Joe and I are still listening to Dress Your Family and Corduroy and Denim. I think we only have about an hour left of the audiobook, but we've been listening to it sporadically because we commute to work together. And then I'm also almost done with The Haunting of Gillespie House by Darcy Coates, which is a book, it was like a Halloween book that I picked up because it was like 99-cent ebook or something, and it was kind of slow to begin with but got like real creepy real fast, so I'm excited to finish that one up. So that'll make 5 for the month. I don't have huge reading goals for November because it is in fact NaNoWriMo, and so I'll be spending more time this month writing a book than reading books. I'm still hoping to get a couple things read, especially audiobooks, because I love listening to those on my commute, and maybe a couple graphic novels when I'm feeling uninspired, but for the most part I'm going to try to focus on writing this month, so I'll keep you posted on that. If you are also doing NaNoWriMo, first of all, good luck, and second of all, make sure you're following me on Twitter because I'll be hosting Twitter sprints all month long. So that's it. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I talked about in this video. Let me know if there's anything that I should read in December, and I'll see you soon. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.